This is Pre-Calc Lesson 77, number 2, and the problem reads, on a 600-mile trip, the traveler traveled at 50 miles per hour for the first one-third of the trip, and at 40 miles per hour for the rest of the trip. What was the traveler's average speed for the entire trip? So I think I want to have a picture of what's going on. So I'm going to say the whole trip was 600 miles, and it says 50 miles per hour for the first one-third of the trip, so I feel like I want to break this into thirds. So the first third, and actually I can tell, because 600 is a nice number, I can tell this is going to be 200, 400, 600, right? The first third of the trip is going to be 200 miles. They're all 200 miles. And then it says 50 miles per hour right here. And 40 miles per hour for the rest of the trip. And what was the traveler's, you can't hardly see all that. What was the traveler's average speed for the entire trip? Well, I think average speed is going to be rate, like distance. So you can't read this. Distance equals rate times time. So their average speed is going to be their average rate. So if I divide both sides by time, rate equals distance over time. So I want the total distance over the total time. So the total distance is easy because I see that it's just 600. The total time is kind of easy, but like they didn't really give me any hours. So, but I know that if they're going 50 miles per hour for 200 miles, can't I tell how long it took them to go 200 miles at 50 miles per hour? Like, I think I can go, time is distance over rate, so it's 200 over 50, which would be 4 hours. So so they spent 4 hours driving at 50 miles per hour. And then over here, this is 400 miles at 40 miles per hour. So it's going to be 400 divided by 40. I think that's going to be 10 hours worth of driving right there. So I got 4 hours plus 10 hours. That's my total distance over total time. That's going to equal 600 over 14, and that ends up equaling, put it in the calculator, and that ends up being 42.86-ish. And then I look at it and I say, did I mess up or is it good? They were going for a little ways, 50 miles per hour, but for more of the time they were going 40, so that's kind of closer to 40, so I like my answer, and it is correct.